sights, the sounds, the smells.
That's you.
How fun it would be to see a Star Wars story about a couple of scruffy-looking Nerf herders. And that was just like, it was just a pet idea. Like, they always talk about Nerf herders, but we've never actually seen it. What would that be like?
In his X-Wing.
Okay, but I left it exactly the way I found it.
We've had a relationship with Lucasfilm and Lego for a few years now, where we first came in and did like a day, again, one of these one-day things, a punch up for the Lego Star Wars holiday special from a few years back. And I think everyone was amused and impressed by our love of not only Star Wars, but Lego as well. I'm a huge Lego nerd. And so I think we really made a good impression in that one day thing. And so then when it came time for Lucasfilm and Lego they wanted to do something big and special for the 25th anniversary of the Lego Star Wars partnership. And they came to us and we all just started talking about what would be the best way to do something big and special to celebrate this iconic brand partnership. And that's where this show came from.
I think this is a great example of what we were just talking about, is that we, at that initial Lego Holiday Special Roundtable, that's where we met Bobby Moynihan, who now is one of the stars of our show. And the three of us, Benji, Bobby, and I, bonded over our love of Star Wars. And we probably pitched 200 jokes, and of which they maybe used 5. But we were having a blast. We had an instant mind connection with Bobby. We immediately recognized him as someone that could be a great collaborator. And while we were amusing ourselves and cracking ourselves up, I think that the executives at Lucasfilm and Lego were seeing the vibe that we brought to the room and the enthusiasm. And I think in the case of Star Wars and Lego, a certain level of expertise, or at least sort of study.
But there were also a lot of these like pet ideas of ours for everything. I think back to like when Dan and I are in college. We're not professional writers yet. We're just two nerdy guys that like to talk about Star Wars in our free time. And we would joke around about how fun it would be to see a Star Wars story about a couple of scruffy-looking Nerf herders. And that was just like, it was just a pet idea. Like, they always talk about Nerf herders, but we've never actually seen it. What would that be like? And so then fast forward to, we now have this opportunity, and there was this moment early on in our—
That was our first meeting.
Our brainstorming process for this, where we were just like, we can do the Nerf herder thing. The thing that we talked about 20 years ago, we can do it now. And it was similar things like bringing in Darth Jar. That was another thing where just us being fans, we've talked about Darth Jar for years. And we're like, this is the chance to do it.
As normal as you can be. Hey, Essie, what's up?
What's up is that I'm stuck on the worst planet in the galaxy.
That's what I've been saying.
Finesse is not so bad. I'll tell you a bad planet. Hoth. Just snow and wampas. Wampas and snow.
I'd rather fight 100 wampas than spend another second here. I want to do, to go, to move, make my own path, not have it decided for me.
When you're writing a screenplay for TV or for movies, that's not the finished document. It's just not. If you want to write something where it's just everything that's in your head and that is it, then write a novel. That's where the writer is the final word, is everything. But a script is just like the first part of the process, and you bring in actors that change things, directors that change things, everyone on the production team brings in new ideas and we're excited by that. We like the collaboration. There's no greater feeling than like working with people that take what you wrote and make it better and better, and where you're just like sitting back being like, oh man, this is incredible. And yeah, you have to be open to that process, and people want to see that you're a good collaborator.
We used to go to creative screenwriting screenings and say, someday, maybe if we're lucky, they'll want to talk to us. So talking to you is really very meaningful to us.